Mommy's channel.
Hi everyone, thanks for stopping by today. Thank you to my new subscribers. I see you and I appreciate you. Today I'm going to be talking about why did I move to Canada, or the benefits of having Canadian PR. Before we go any further in the video, don't forget to click subscribe. Go right ahead, click subscribe and click that notification bell so each time I post you'll be notified, and click like and you can put your comments and ask your questions. Now, the first reason why I moved to Canada is to have that sense of stability. Now, when you come to Canada as a permanent resident, you are given the security to be in the country for as long as you choose to, and after 3 years you can apply for Canadian citizenship, and that is the kind of stability that I was looking for myself and for my family as well. So it was this sense of stability that brought me to Canada, because after 3 years we can all be Canadians and we can hold our dual citizenship. We can still have our Jamaican status and our Canadian status, and I believe that that gives us the advantage of getting the Canadian passport and being able to travel to over 172 countries, I think, without requiring a visa, or some countries you get the visa upon arriving at the country. So that's another benefit of moving to Canada and living here as a permanent resident and eventually becoming Canadian citizen. Another reason I came to Canada, and another benefit of being a permanent resident, is that there are better educational opportunities, especially if you have children. I think my children were one of my main motivating factors for coming here, because I wanted them to have exposure to an excellent education system while learning with diverse learners, and just growing up in a system where the opportunities are endless. So my kids enjoy going to school here. The education system in Canada is highly rated, and I wanted my kids to have that experience. Another thing too is that when they get older, they have the opportunity of getting scholarships. And in addition to that, while they're still young, the government has some RESP benefits that are given to children. So in essence, the RESP is a registered education savings plan, and when you contribute, the government gives some amount of contribution in addition to what you are contributing. So what they're actually doing, they're helping you to save for your child's education. They're helping you to pay for your child's education for when they get to the tertiary level, and that's commendable. That's really commendable, and that's something that I appreciate, that my kids can have access to tertiary education at the highest level with the support systems that are in place to help them, and that's really commendable. Now, in addition to the RESP that I just told you about, the government also has other social services for kids. They offer what they call the Canada Child Tax Benefit, and this is where the government gives a portion of money to parents each month for their children to help with maybe food or daycare or childcare or any need that your child might have. And this amount is calculated based on your income, and I think for up to 2 children, if your income is low, you would get close to $1,000. So that's a good benefit that, you know, it's good to know that there are support systems in place just in case you need them. And so that's another reason. Healthcare for me was also paramount, because coming from a system in Jamaica, I don't want to bash the Jamaican healthcare system because you have good doctors, but when you look and someone needs just a little oxygen and they're struggling to get a little oxygen, and when you look at those things, it makes you appreciate coming to Canada and having the opportunity to access universal healthcare. I mean, I don't consider it to be totally free because we pay taxes, and out of our taxes, that's how we're able to benefit. But at least you will see what the taxes are for. You're actually benefiting from paying the taxes because you have universal healthcare. Although a drawback is that sometimes it's difficult to find a personal doctor depending on where you go in or where you come in Canada. But apart from that, the healthcare is excellent. And so that's something I wanted my children to have access to good healthcare, and that's another reason why I came here, and that's another benefit of being a permanent resident. You have access to universal healthcare. You'll have to pay for like your vision, your dental, but most times the employer will cover those additional things that the government doesn't cover. And so it's really a great system and a great benefit of being a permanent resident. Another benefit is Canada is a vast country and there's just so much to explore. I can't wait to be able to just travel and really explore the different areas of Canada, because I'm quite adventurous and I like to see new places and just have different experiences. And that is something that I am really looking forward to. I mean, this pandemic is affecting how we move, but it will be over. I'm confident that things will get better soon. Well, I'm just being hopeful. But it's good to just go on road trips and drive around with your friends and just bask in the beauty of different areas within the country. Another benefit is to really see how much the Canadian government cares for its people. I mean, throughout this pandemic, the government has just done a remarkable job in trying to help people who have been displaced as a result of not having jobs. And it's just good to know that you have a support system in place in case you're having difficulty. And that's really something that you could look forward to. Another benefit is peace and a sense of security. Now, I'm Jamaican, and when I look at the high rate of crime, I mean, people will always say crime is everywhere, and that I agree with. But I wanted to live in a country where I feel safe here. I feel a sense of security, and I know that violence is everywhere. But at the same time, there are systems in place here that you can say these systems are actually working, where there are rules in place. And I have found for the most part that people abide by the rules here. I have found for the most part that people are courteous, they're polite and they're friendly, and they try to do the right thing. And for the most part, I find them to be quite orderly as well. And so I like that. I like the fact that I can go on the road at any hours. I can come in and I don't have to be looking over my shoulder. Well, I'm not looking over my shoulder. Sometimes when I go to Jamaica, when I'm going in, I'm looking over my shoulder, because you don't necessarily have to do anybody anything for people to harm you there. And I don't want it to seem like Jamaica is worse than anywhere else, but at the same time, I appreciate being in a country where I feel a sense of security. Right now I'm in the house and there's no burglar bars. And I like that. I like that my children can go to the various parks and they can have fun. I like that the resources are quite developed in any community that you go into in Canada. There's a play area with swings, slides, and just things for your child to have fun, and just different activities for your children to engage in. And I really like that as well. Coming to Canada has also afforded me the opportunity to change career easily. In Jamaica, I taught for a number of years. I just got tired of it and wanted to do something else. And so sometimes it's difficult after you've invested in a particular career for a while, and so you become daunted, or you just feel like I'm stuck. But coming to Canada, it just opened the door to different opportunities, and you see how you can still make progress by transitioning into another career. And I like being able to do that and to just explore different career paths and to just grow. I must say that I think I have grown immensely in my mind, in the way I view things, just being more open to different experiences and seeing things from different perspectives, having now lived with a greater level of diversity, and that's something that I really admire. I know some of you, whenever you think of Canada, you think of, oh, it's so cold, I don't want to go to Canada because it's so cold. Let me encourage you, do not allow the cold to frighten you. Do not allow the cold to deter you. It's not cold for the entire year. It's cold during winter, a bit chilly in the spring and a little in the fall. But my take is that if you wear the correct clothing, you will be quite fine. You'll be quite fine. I mean, people respond differently to different climates and different situations. But I have found that when I put on my correct clothing, when I layer up, I am quite fine. So do not allow the snow and the cold to deter you. If you have a dream, if you have your children, and you're looking for better opportunities for your children, if you're looking for better healthcare services, if you're looking for better job opportunities, if you're looking for a secure place, I mean, nowhere is completely secure, but where you can feel a sense of security and stability, then I would encourage you to come. If you want to grow in your mind, I must tell you that if you do not have a growth mindset, then I really don't think Canada is the place for you. Because when you come to Canada, you will have to learn and unlearn. And you will just have to grow in your mind, change your perspective. I also like the fact that in Canada, they care about your work-life balance. And so the work hours are sometimes flexible depending on where you're working. But it is a common thread in Canada that people value their time away from work, time with family. And so these are things that are taken into consideration when companies are offering their different benefits. And so that's something that I like. The fact that family is important, to the point where there's a day that is dedicated to families, where you just spend time and celebrate your family day. So I want to encourage you, if you're on the fence because you're worried about the cold, if you're on the fence because you're saying, I don't know anybody, do not let those things deter you. If it's something that you want, reach for it. When I came here, I only had 2 friends here. I have no family. Apart from the 2 friends, nobody. But you come and you will adapt. You will find new friends. I mean, it's not so easy to find friends here. Well, that has been my experience, maybe because I came and then COVID came shortly. But apart from that, you just make yourself comfortable, find things to enjoy yourself. If it's winter, you can go outside, you can play in the snow. In the summer, you can go into the parks and you can have your picnic. There's just so much that you can do to have fun and just feel relaxed. So if you have enjoyed the benefits I've shared, what are you waiting on? I've shared the steps in an earlier video on how to apply to come, so come and join me. Remember to like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.